inspired it. Standing with the Black Fathers Are Necessary movement. Make sure y'all check us out, blackfathersarenecessary.com. If you're on Instagram, you can also follow us at Black Fathers Are Necessary. All right? Salute. Peace.
Hi guys, my name is Lena. I'm the CEO of Lena's Library. So today we're in Nassau Coliseum for the Black man community for Black History Month. So I'm here with all my books about Black history and also for all the men that are trying to help younger men and boys to be out of the street. Please do. We love what y'all doing for these young men that are trying to be on the street, but we don't want them to do that. So thank you for doing this, and come down to my table to get any books you want. We take donations. If you want to look us up, look on social media, Lena's Library on Facebook. Thank you.
How you doing? I'm Coach Mac from Roots and Rhythmology Health, Nutrition, and Wellness Center. I'm located in New York City. We have a bunch of health items from holistic teas to alkaline herbal capsules. We have aromatherapy here, and we have detox juices available. So we're out here building our community in the health and wellness and showing people a healthy alternative way to live, eat, think, and move in this life so we can stop dying prematurely. My website is www.rootsandrhythmology.com. You can follow me on TikTok. I have a TikTok shop. You can follow me at Poughkeepsie Galleria. We have a store up there. We have a store in South Carolina, Ladson, Somerville. And you can follow me on YouTube as well. Press and like and subscribe. Thank you.
Even if you don't believe it, I'll tell you why you need to say it, and then I'll show you how to believe it, okay? So I am so happy and grateful. Now that I am wealthy, I am so happy and grateful. Now that I retired my mom, I'm so happy and grateful. Now that I can do what I want, when I want, with who I want, with my own time.
Time is a good thing to be before time. So thank you for being here on time, which is before time. Did you guys have something to eat? Who did not eat? All right, who ate? All right, good. So those who did not eat, go to gate 13 when you get sick and drunk. Okay? Not now, because we start. All right? All right? All right?
Yeah! Welcome to Young Men Strong. This is what it's all about, making a difference, touching the lives of many. Happy to have everyone here. Hope you guys are pumped up. This is going to be an outstanding event. All right. My name is Gene Laguerre. I'm known as Mr. Natural. I'm a spokesperson for Young Men Strong. I've been with the organization over 3 years, and it's just going to grow bigger and bigger. This is the start of many bigger things to come. Everyone that's part of this is here to make a difference in the lives of many. So, as we continue, we have a panel coming out, but before that, we have Noel coming out to sing. Please give her a round of applause.
But before we have Noel, we're going to ask everyone just to stand to honor our flag, and we'll have one of our service members just lead us through the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Noel, please honor us with your voice, with every sing. Everybody give her a round of applause.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
We're going to be discussing mental health. Very serious. So many people struggle with it, not knowing exactly how to confront it. We have an amazing panel here to discuss this, and Kaylin is going to come. Kaylin Johnson, welcome. Give him a hand.
How's everyone doing this morning? I get a day off today, so I'm a teacher, so I should be in school teaching, but I'm gonna take this day off.
Still teaching.
Still teaching, right? All right, so today we have the Emotional Mental Awareness and Men Workshop. Right, we're gonna be talking about mental health awareness, which is, again, like Gene said, is a very important topic that our men and children, and black men, of course, need to go, right? I've been a part of it, I've been through it. I think a lot of people have been through it, so to get valuable information on this is nothing that goes unnoticed. So today we're going to start introducing our panel really quickly, and just guys, just introduce yourselves in regards to, you know, giving us this valuable information in regards to it. So what I first want to start off with, going from, I guess, my right, your left. All right. So we have Clinton Covis, who is the president of the new. Okay, so we're going to take it over for Clinton. Okay. So Don Sinkfield is a teacher, school counselor, school counseling chairperson, and adjunct professor. So let's give him a round of applause. Next we have Nadine Khan. She's an acting assistant dean and Center for the Workforce Development. Let's give her a round of applause as well. Thank you so much for being here. And then last but not least, we have Christopher Lane, who is a scholar, creator, lyricist, and performer, and 17-year-old senior at KIPP New York City College Prep High School. Let's give him a round of applause as well. Ashanti, right, which is now on the panel, but let me, you're looking.
Okay. Well, my name is Ashanti Felder. I'm an agent with New York Life. My mission is to become a pillar of financial literacy in our community. All right?
Thank you. So let's give it a round again to all our panelists. All right, so anyone can start in no particular order, right? And you guys are going to be my audience, so please, if you have any questions, feel free, and I'll come around and pass the mic. All right? All right. So first question: what are some everyday societal pressures that contribute to men's mental health challenges?
So I'll jump on that. I think that men in general are taught, that we need to be tough. Definitely, we've been told more recently that it's okay to cry, but in many cases, it's still not okay to cry in the environments that we're in. It's not okay to say that you're not okay. And, those are some of the things that we have to change right away on the school level. And so just to let you know, I'm a licensed mental health counselor. So when you talk about therapists, we're talking about licensed mental health counselors, usually licensed social workers, psychologists, and marriage and family therapists. So I'm part of that community, but I've also seen a lot of students here. I'm happy that I feel like I'm part of your community also because I have a background in school counseling and teaching. And so, thank you. So when, as a student, when you are in a room and you don't believe that you can say that you don't understand, when something is happening in class that you don't understand, that's some evidence that there's that societal pressure that we're talking about, not to be vulnerable. I'm not okay at this moment, I'm lost. And you need to challenge that, and we, on the professional side, need to challenge that and build bridges so that people are open to communicate and feel, because that's what builds real men.
Thank you. So I'm Dr. Khan. I'm just going to give you a little bio about myself. So why I'm speaking today. I have my Psych G in human psychology. I am a PA, cardiologist. Cardiology was my specialty, but right now I'm acting assistant dean at Workforce Development, Nassau Community College. The reason I picked this over all other role, so I can work closely with my community. And I think what we need to do for our community to provide them more resources and men for their mental health. Just remember one thing. We all are human. We're not human if we don't have emotions. And this is part of your emotions. It's okay to cry. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to be happy or joyful and all that. All these emotions make you who you are. And how you can actually seek for help is many different ways. For one person, maybe writing on the journal daily that this upsets me, I'm happy. So we are like an engine. We take something in, we have to take it out. So how you can take this out is up to you. Individually, it's different for everyone. One person is good writing, you can write it. One person is good saying it, you can just speak with someone, your friend, your family member, your mom, your sister, anyone. If you don't want to feel like that, that they will be judging you or think that you're weak, first of all, don't think this way. Mothers will never, ever think that you're weak, because that's one place that you should be always open and honest. I am a mother of 4, and my son, he's 25-year-old, he lives in Boston, and often he calls me when he have his low days. He will cry, we'll have his time, and he will say, I just want to hug you, and I'm thinking about you. I don't know what I'm feeling, but I'm going through a lot. It's too much for me. And I will tell him how he can maybe help himself.
The thing to really prioritize your mental health is to cut off anything that's negative in your life. Like, speaking from experience, it was a lot of stuff that was blocking my blessings for me. And you know when something is coming, but you gotta do something to change it. And being around negative sources and negative energy only brings your frequency down. So when you're not ready to commit to change, don't do it. But if you are, I would say before you seek professional help, I would say start with yourself. I would say start praying, start working out. For me, I used to be bigger than what I was. I was out in the street, bugging, all that. For me, started working out, started praying, started eating right. For me, you feel better about yourself after a while, for me. So that's what I say. But then everything else, get professional help, that's important, because after a while you need somebody to build on to your to what you're feeling and how you're feeling, what you're thinking. You always need professional opinions, but start off with yourself first. That's important.
I think that everyone requires some sort of, like Dr. Khan said, some sort of outlet. Even if you don't go to a professional setting and sit down with a doctor, a psychiatrist, you will end up letting that out in some way or another, right? You ever heard anybody, oh, I need a vent, right? That's your therapy session right there, you know? Or I need to work out, or even when people go and fight, they're letting it out. It's just when you're not with a professional like Dr. Khan or my brother here, you're not going to, it may end up harming the people around you, you know, because you don't have that structure there, right? I wanted to add that in as well. Even if there's maybe a small sliver of the chance that you might become a better person, you may be able to, it may be a good thing to just try it out one time, you know?
For kids, professionals are moms. So moms need to be educated what she needs to do next. So she will then call 911 or take the kid to the hospital and then take care of it. But let me tell you, when same thing is happening with your brain is a smart and strong part of your body. It will not let you know that, oh, something is wrong, because it just takes everything in like young men strong. So, but we need to take care of it. Anyone around you can notice and will start saying things like, you're not you anymore. What happened to you? Are you okay? Stuff like that. So when you start hearing things like that, it means this is the time you seek professional help. And professionals like psychologists, psychiatrists, counselors, they are there and they pick this field not to make money. There are many other ways we can make money because they're dedicated to help someone with mental health. Maybe they have seen something in their life and they want to help this community because they know there are not enough people, because two people don't want to see in their lifetime: dentists and psychologists or psychiatrists.
I have a question for you, right? And maybe you can kind of address the kids, right? You're in high school, right? So what you said, I know you had mentioned said about, you know, when you start with mental health, maybe it starts with yourself, right? So what are some strategies for you that you do for yourself, right? Starting with yourself, that you feel like is a help to your mental health when you feel challenged or when you feel frustrated or flustered? What would be some strategies that you would share with your audience?
I would say just do stuff you like. For me, if you a singer, a rapper, write music, if you a hooper, play ball. But I would say just try to stay out of trouble and don't try to go back to whatever old, because it's easy to get in trouble, but it's hard to get out of it. So once you out of it, stay out of it. But for me, just do stuff you like.
So I got a question for probably the youngest person on the panel. A lot of this room, right, is probably 8th grade, right? You got through 8th grade, right? Right. So can you talk about some of the mental challenges or hurdles that they may see going into high school for the first year?
High school, it may seem a lot more lenient than middle school. I don't know how y'all got it, but I know when I was in middle school, it was like a lot stricter. And then when you get to high school, it's like you almost expect like to get away with almost everything. But just know like everybody got their eye on you. But it's like when you step into 9th grade, you're more of an adult. You gotta be able to figure out shit on your own.
It's all right.
But you gotta be able to figure stuff out on your own. So it's a lot more lenient, but I would say you gotta be able to control yourself, because ain't gonna be nobody else to control you, and if they do, there's gonna be violence. You know? So control yourself, work on your inner. So when you're out, your outer will be your outer. Work on your inner self, so when you grow older, your outer self will prosper. That's what I was trying to say. Thanks. But thank you.
It was said earlier, when a person is down, what do you say? He's down. You can say it's all right. Wait a minute, I can be all right, I'm down, I got a lot on my mind. What type of angle or suggestion or what you say to that individual?
You know, our body is like or ourselves are like a valve. things come in, but there has to be an outlet. You know, even on a biological level, when you sleep, sleep is like a cleansing of the brain because all of the stuff that it processes by day, it's a way of processing it and letting it out. By night, then we wake up feeling like a reset. And I'm off topic, I'm gonna get right back to you, but I'll also mention really quickly that sleep is, I would say, one of the top things that you can do to take care of yourself. And if you sleep well and even thoughtfully, avoiding the blue light of the phone and TV, before you sleep, while you sleep, and making sure that you sleep for the right amount of time, that's very important for your health in general. But the idea of being down, I mean, I think that, you know, it's important to distinguish between just being a human being and having an off day or a stressor in your life that hits you at a certain moment. You know, my son got in trouble at school. Until I get him from school and deal with whatever is happening, my day is off. I can't really talk to you about the ball game or anything else until I deal with that. And so, and I might feel down about that because what does it all mean? Is my son gonna be all right? Is he into a life that's gonna take him further off course? So our brain, we have something called the amygdala, a small almond-shaped thing at the base of our brain that is the seat of emotion. When we feel, we feel. And the amygdala speeds up and sometimes sends off danger signals to say, I'm not okay right now. But the, you know, if there was a spectrum of being from okay to completely, you know, on the dark side, then you would say that most of us deal with things from, like, let's say on the lower end, like on a 1 to 5, that we can deal with by talking to someone or resolving the issue in some way, like going to my son's school. But then there's things that are on a 5 to 10, and they stay there. Chronic, what's known as chronic stress, which can lead to depression. And I would say this, the Black community, I believe that we deal with chronic stress just as a function of being Black. Because often, you know, if we're driving and the police are behind us, you know, anybody might become nervous, but I think we have a multiplied sense of hypervigilance about the police, about issues where we are excluded from things. I mean, I own my own business. I would say that whatever success we had was really from us saving our own money. It was very few times that anybody that had a lending institution would say, we want to help and we will help. And so, you know, there's the exclusion and the discrimination that could lead you to a chronic stress without you realizing it. Unemployment, underemployment. Many people in this room, we may not have experienced these things, but they are very real. And so the idea of being down is okay if it's temporary.
As a 17-year-old, I'll be honest with you, I want to give like a little bit too, because I know for a fact being in the military, working out, and also they give us chaplains that we're able to speak to when we have any issues spiritually. So the military for me has given me that realm. But the thing is, I've only been in 10 years. So before that, it was a struggle for me. So basketball was kind of my thing to kind of get that stress off my shoulders. But can you give more context as to, as a 17-year-old, tapping into that spiritual realm and also tapping into working out and knowing that your body, your temple is important to keep your mental, intact. Can you give more context?
As far as what? Like, when you say context, what you want?
Yeah, like give me more context as far as like what made you come to that conclusion as to I need to work on my physical, I need to work on, that spiritual side of me to get the help that I need, internally. Like what led you to that? That's what I want to know.
I feel like once you acknowledge the power you have spiritually, everything else will follow. For me, with me, it took a minute for me to really like follow everything I was learning and reading as far as the Bible. But when I really started learning about my power, that's when I started to like thinking like spiritually I'm powerful. Maybe if I present myself as, for me, fit in the physical aspect, maybe the power would, for me, just flow freely. So when you're bigger, your self-confidence is lower. So I got into spirituality. For me, I was outside. I was having trouble with self-confidence, and for me, other shit like that, depression, keep cursing. But yeah, so when you start praying and meditating and read the Bible, you like higher your frequency, for me, because you're always at a low frequency. You're smoking weed, you outside doing negativity, you're not doing what you're supposed to do, you're at a bottom frequency. So once you learn your power and your gift, that's when you know thyself, and that's when you rise and you ascend.
And it might not make sense today, but you'll think that about this 10 years from now, you'll be like, you know what? What was that guy's name that made me stand up and say something nice about myself? Okay, let's quiet down. Let's quiet down. I know that was exciting. Okay. Y'all focus? Okay, all right. But look, I want y'all to take this as serious as you can. As serious as your mind will allow you to, okay? Right? I understand. I've been in your shoes. I'll tell you where I was when I was 13 and 14, okay? So I'm from Chicago, Illinois. So being from Chicago, 13 and 14, going to Chicago public school, got kicked out of like 3 schools, right? 3 different schools, doing just dumb stuff, not understanding what was good for me. My mom was telling me to be better, and I'm not getting it. I'm too young. It's not making any sense to me, okay? So I get kicked out of about my 3rd school, and I had to go ahead and move. My mom had to move from the west side of Chicago to the south side. So we were already on one side, that was terrible, but then we went to like an even worse side, just because I couldn't even go to the schools in my district. And I wasn't fighting, I wasn't beating anybody up, I was a class clown, right? I was that one who was always trying to make somebody laugh, and usually, I'm gonna tell you, those ones, point them out, where they at? Who the class clown? Point them out. Let me tell you something, I'm gonna make them both stand up. I'm gonna make both of them stand up. So Xavier, I heard, who's Xavier? All right, stand up, Xavier. Look, come on, you funny every other time. Look, stand up. And they said something about him too? What's your name? Stand up, Aiden. I'm gonna tell you, just remember kids like this. Remember their faces. Him too? Him too? All right, y'all both saying each other. So look, so real quick, I'm gonna tell you, that was me. But you wanna know something? Y'all are gonna grow up to be some of the brightest young men you probably ever come across. It's gonna be crazy. One day it's gonna hit you. 5 years, 6 years from now, you're gonna be like, you know what? Instead of doing this with my energy, I'm gonna do something really great, and you're gonna make a lot of money doing it. Just remember I said that. Let's give a round of applause for them. Just remember I said that. You can sit down. Y'all good. I don't wanna put y'all on the stand too long. But long story short, I'll tell you a little bit about myself outside of getting kicked out of schools, right? I got my act together. I ended up going to Rutgers University, where I graduated, all honors, right? I was a finance major. I love numbers, because I love money. Anybody love numbers? Anybody love money? If you love money, you gotta love numbers, okay? But, so I went ahead and I went to Rutgers, graduated. In my senior year, I actually ended up meeting a friend that showed me how to get rich. My senior year. So it's funny because, when y'all asked a great question, like, how do I make money without going to college? There are 1,000,001 ways. But what I will tell you is that college allows you to meet some friends where y'all can put y'all minds together and get some money together. right? And you might be around the ones right now that you go, oh, they shaking hands. Oh, there must be some money going on involved in that. Okay, look. But I'm telling you, y'all are gonna meet friends that allow you and help you, get to the next level. But thing is you're not gonna meet that friend until you become that type of friend. Does that make sense? So I was out, I was very social, I ended up becoming a Kappa, and I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna do this thing, I'm just gonna put myself out there. And when I put myself out there, I met a couple people that taught me how to trade. Anybody know what trading is? Y'all heard of that? Okay, I know it's cool, it's a cool thing now, I know. Right, so, I started learning how to trade at 21 years old. Broke, working 2 jobs, didn't know what I wanted to do, driving a Honda Accord, nothing wrong with a Honda, it was getting me to A and B, right? There we go, right? But at the end of the day, I strictly was like, you know what? I'm about to focus up on this. And what you're gonna have to do when you get older, not now, have fun now. What you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to focus up. Everybody say focus up. You're gonna have to focus up because life is gonna get real. I'm like the bridge between this crowd and y'all, okay? I'm like the bridge. I remember when I was sitting here like, man, I don't care what this dude talking about. When is lunch? When is break? When can I get up, run around? And then I'm right here like, kids are real. Having a family is real. Paying bills. Isn't that crazy? Paying bills? I couldn't imagine it. Now I pay my bills and my family's bills. And so it's like, I want you to realize one day it's gonna hit you and you're gonna be grateful that you thought about this time right now. You're gonna be very grateful. So just take it in again as much as you possibly can. Because when you get to that point, I got you, right? When you get to that point, you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna have to focus up. You're gonna have to say, you know what? I'm gonna have to be that it person for my family. I'm gonna have to be the one for my family because who else is gonna do it if I don't do it, right? Ask yourself that. Anybody in here already have a millionaire in their family? We might be few far in between. A millionaire in their family. We might be few far in between, right? And who, raise your hand if you're gonna be the first millionaire in yours. Oh, okay, watch your mouth, but yeah, Multi-millionaire, billionaire, okay, I like that. But what do you think you're gonna have to do to get there? You wanna make all this money. Can I be honest with you? Can I be honest, yes or no? Yes or no? I can be honest, everybody's not gonna be a rapper. I know. Can I be honest and tell you, everybody's not going to, be a fashion designer. Everybody might not be able to be a banker. You might have to say, you know what is my niche, right? What am I good at doing? And you have to find what you're in love with and get good at it and make enough money doing it, okay? So again, I know this doesn't matter much, but you will remember this 5, 6, 7 years from now. You might even call me and say, Jade, I'm in college now. I'm a freshman. Yep, we can exchange. I'm a freshman. I'm a sophomore. I'm a senior. And Jay, once I'm about to graduate, what do? My mom is saying, I can't come back home if I don't have a job. My mom is telling me, like, you better figure it out. And it happens faster than you know. So when you get to that point, I'm telling you, be more serious than the person to the left or right of you. Anybody in here call themselves mature? Where's the most mature person in here? Let me see. Who mature? Let me see you sit up in your chair like you mature. Let me see. Can I see somebody sit up in their chair like they mature? Can I see a mature smile? Let me see a smile like an employee of the month smile. Can I see a smile? Oh, my guy right there. That's a good smile, baby. Right? Okay. See, that's not mature. See, that's not mature. Mature is you being cool. But mature is saying, you know what? I see what all the kids my age are doing, but I'm gonna do something a little ahead of them. Right? I'm 25 years old with a full-on suit on. I could have came in here with a jumpsuit and you wouldn't have cared no different, right? But you gotta be mature. You gotta say, you know what, I'm not doing what the kids are doing. Because when I have the money they don't have, it's because I did the things they're not willing to do. You understand? You feeling me? What's your name? Jaden? My name's Jalen. That's close enough, right? So again, actually, I'm very proud of y'all for really focusing up. I was paying attention. I'm like, look, I remember again when I was in your shoes. Like I said, the most important thing you should focus on right now is taking care of your family and taking care of your parents as good as you can. Whether it's just your mom, you have your mom and your dad, you're blessed enough, whatever it is, take care of them in the most impeccable way. You can't give them money yet, so give them your heart. Yes or no? We got an answer, yes or no? Yes? right? I'm gonna tell you one last thing though, before I get out of here. I know I've been here for a little while, but I think I still got y'all's attention, right? I'll tell you one thing that really helped me, really helped me get to where I am today, right? A few million later, hundreds of thousands of lives impacted later. I'm gonna tell you, to make money, you're gonna have to impact people. To make money, you're gonna have to figure out how you can help the next person. What can you invent to make their life better? You're gonna get rich, right? What can you do to be able to service them to make them happier? You're gonna get rich. But I'll tell you what happened to me when I was from the age of like 7 to about 13, right? I lived with three special women. My mom, my aunt, no sister, my mama, grandma, there we go. You know it. So I had like a 3 flat is what we call it in Chicago, where it's a or 2 flat rather. It's a basement, right? That was where my auntie lived. I lived on the first floor with my mom, and my grandmother lived on the top floor, right? And so I remember, because I'm the only man in the house, I had to become that man early. I had to become that, that caregiver early. And a lot of you all, who's the man in their house? First of all, respect to that, right? But if you don't have a father, you might be the man of the house. I'm telling you now, listen to me. Take care of the women. It's going to teach you how to go ahead and really excel at anything in life. Figure out how to nurture them. Figure out how to ask what they want. Because guess what? I learned early on, if they're happy, I'm happy. If they're happy, I get to go outside, because when I ask them, they don't have an attitude. So I'm taking out the trash. You feel me? I'm doing the groceries. And then now when I ask to ride my bike, it's easy. So what you gotta do is you gotta learn how to help other people get what they want in life so you can get what you want in life. Does that make sense? You learn that, you're gonna be successful before a lot of people twice your age, 3 times your age. Oh, yes, sorry about that. I know we spoke. 1 second, y'all, 1 second. We almost out of here. Give me 2 seconds. Great question. Look, she asks, how are you the it person for your family while going to school and doing all the things you have to do for yourself? You can't do both at the same time. You're gonna have to go and really disappear. So you're in school, I'm assuming? So you can't be the it person now. That wasn't what I was in school. Honestly, in school, I was the one that really didn't come home a lot, right? I was the one that I couldn't really afford to come home a lot. I got a lot of money my senior year, so my first 3 years, it wasn't much interaction. But I let them know, like, yo, I'm working on something, I'm getting good grades, and I have a plan. I made sure coming out of junior year, I was already thinking about at the end of senior year. So think about everything sooner than a lot of people think about it. But don't worry about being that it. Get what you have to get going first, become a better you, and then bring it back to your family. Because a lot of my family members, they are thinking about success because of me. Like, being honest with you, 5, 6, 7 years ago, it was a lot of lack. And I'll talk to the adults right here, right? Lack is not in our genes, okay? Lack is not, our birthright, right? I'm a big believer of Jesus Christ, and I know for a fact Jesus wants us to be rich, very, very wealthy, like not need for anything. And I think that's the problem with a lot of us in our cultures, in our communities. We think that lack is like normal. And in all reality, not having is unnormal. It's unnormal. Really, it's abnormal. And what you gotta do is you gotta say, you know what? Everything that's coming my way, I deserve it. Right? Everything that's coming my way, I deserve it. Not, oh, I got this, man, I must be lucky. Lucky, first, you're blessed. Second, it might not even have been as big of a blessing as you looking at it. You're worth way more than that. And the moment that I took that little ceiling, my adults know the ceiling, right? The glass ceiling, the one you can't go above because you put yourself in this box. You got to break through it. You got to break through it, right? When I was, on my way to making my first $1 million all around my house, and the kids, I really encourage you to do this. Start drawing what you want in life. I guarantee you keep it long enough, you'll start seeing it happen piece by piece by. At the end of the day, you should want more, right? You should want more, know that you can have more, know that you deserve more, and don't take anything less than that, right? If somebody gives you a job and an offer and it's not worth you and your time, walk, because there's something else right there, right on the other side of fear that's gonna get you where you wanna go. I'm telling you, I was broke a lot of my life. And I started accepting it. I started accepting rats and roaches walking around. What? Traps. Traps. My grandma used to grab rats and put them in a bag and execute them herself. That's how many there were in the house. We used to just play games with it. Like, Grandma, I got another one. Bring it here. I'm telling you. And you get to a point where you think that's normal. It's not normal, guys. It's not normal. Roaches they're not normal. Bed bugs, they're not normal, right? Mansions should be normal, right? Pools in your backyard should be normal, right? I'm telling you, I'm 25 years old. I haven't had a kid yet because I haven't made my mark of what I need in my bank account to bring my kid into this world. These are the things you got to think about. These are the real things you got to think about, right? It's not too late for any of us, but I know these kids back here, you got a head start. You think about this even a year earlier than some of your classmates, you're off. You're off. I know a lot of y'all want to be successful. I know a lot of y'all want to have money and want to be rich, but it's not as simple as what you think it is. So what you got to do is really be different, be more mature. But what we got to do is we're going to have to go out and we got to, it goes back to what I was saying with separating first and then coming back. Because we can't get rich around broke-minded individuals. Can't do it. I had a lot of friends that I know for a fact, they're on the sidewalk, they're not doing what they need to be doing, they pants is sagging, and guess what? I didn't expect to change while around them. How are you gonna change seeing the same thing? How are you gonna want more living in the same house? I had to get out of my environment, go become who I was gonna be, and then bring it back and make it cool. When I go back on my block, I wear this same suit. So they can know, what's cool? Being on the block or having money? Let's really be honest here, right? What's cool? Give yourself a pat on your back. You know what's going on. You know what's going on, right? We know, I got you, buddy. We know what's cooler, right? Taking care of your family or taking care of the guys, right? Taking care of your family or taking care of friends, right? We gotta really realize that. So I removed myself. Going to college was literally, you don't have to go to college, but whatever you do with that 4 years is important. Because you gotta go out and you gotta see something new. You gotta see another part of the world. I got friends that have never left their block. And you have to realize that there's so much more out there than what you've seen, way more. There's more countries out there. Learn another language, really expound, because this life is short. Become the best you could be. How I look at life is you're an avatar, right? God gives it to you, okay? The soul, that lives forever, but you're an avatar. Make the avatar as great as it could be, right? Do as much as you can do. Help as many people as you can help. And I told you, helping people gets you paid. So why not just one for the other? Right? So great question, but you gotta remove yourself. So I know my...
Good afternoon, I'm Sergeant Johnson. Shout out to you guys. Good luck in your future, and I hope I can be here as a resource as you move along.
Sergeant Barbier, here with Young Men Strong. Of course, I'm continuing to serve this community and serve the young men and women that participate here. And this is a great organization. I'll continue to give my input and give my utmost best foot forward as well. Thank you.
So it's Staff Sergeant Diaz Cruz. So the best advice I want to give for a shout out to the kids is, you're here for a reason, you're here for a purpose. Once you guys figure out your goals and your dreams, put that plan into action and make those dreams a reality.
Sergeant Arditi with the Marine Corps. So happy to be part of this organization to make a huge impact on these young individuals so that we can introduce and offer new opportunities for them to explore as they go ahead into their team future.
Kevin Coleman, former Army officer, transportation officer. I have the privilege of being able to work with our veterans in different venues right now. But this is just an example of how you can have your career starting with the military and continuing on the civilian side to accomplish great things.